subscribe. Darling Radio. Like and subscribe.
Hello?
What's up, user? Well, I can't pronounce your name. What's up, dear? Ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So my question to you, Mr. Tariq Nasheed, how come you don't talk about bitter dark-skinned women and how they bully light-skinned black women?
Really? Well, are you Caribbean or something? Where you from, dear?
Yeah, because I don't never hear you talk about bitter dark-skinned women and their animosity and jealousy towards lighter-skinned black women.
What part of the Caribbean are you from, ma'am?
I can't hear you. The phone is low.
Okay. Oh, no. I think you're very loud, and I think you probably have a little janky phone. What part of the Caribbean are you from, ma'am?
I'm not from the Caribbean, but are you?
No, ma'am. I asked you if you were from the Caribbean. I think you said yes. Is your family?
Okay, so you're not going to discuss bitter black women, bitter dark-skinned black American women.
What you're going to do is calm down and slow down. Let's do
No,
that.
until you get bitter black women.
No, ma'am. You're going to slow down. You're not going to call here barking out orders. It doesn't work like that, beloved. You got to calm your little self down. All right. You're getting very, very hostile. We don't have that, man. We have decorum here, dear. Okay. We have decorum. So you got to talk like you got some sense. And you probably get bullied because you don't know how to talk and act. So that's why some sisters probably whooped on you. All right. Because you coming
No,
in.
most black American.
No. You coming in foul already. Then I can see why you get whooped on. Because the way you talk to some FBA sisters, they gonna pull the
No,
hair.
black American women are aggressive.
No, yeah, with you as they should. They should take their earrings off and dust you off for running your goddamn mouth like you running. Yeah, you don't talk to people that crazy, and in real life, there's some consequences. So you in that mouth then got you in trouble. Some sisters then put some FBI hands on that ass, and it ain't got nothing to do with color, ma'am. You have a very horrible disposition, beloved. That's why you're getting whooped on and dragged by your struggle ponytail, dear. Now, where in the Caribbean are you from? Where are you from, dear? Ma'am, where are you from? Unmute your microphone, dear. And I'm looking at your image, ma'am. I'm looking at your image. Now, why do you think dark-skinned girls bully you, or why do you believe that?
Okay, so you muted me, so I couldn't, unmute. Go ahead.
Now, where in the Caribbean are you from? Where's your family from?
I just told you I wasn't from the Caribbean.
Okay, why are you talking about black Americans as if you are
Yeah, I'm
another?
talking about black Americans because I'm black and I have an issue with other black women in the community. They're
Right.
baby mothers, they don't wear their real hair, and they bleach their skin.
Right. Well, that's a projection from the Caribbean. Most FBA women don't do that.
Yes, they do.
No,
And I'm a black American woman.
No,
Okay.
no, I don't believe that, ma'am. I believe that you come from a
Oh, yeah, you wish I was a tether. And to be honest, I wish I was.
right. You are. You're some Caribbean tether from somewhere. So why do you think black women bully and hate on you? Why do you think that? Go ahead, Miss User. Why do you think people hate on you? There might be a double mute.
Black American women, okay, they have an issue with their skin tone. If they do not pass the paper brown bag test, okay, they bring up skin tone, okay? The reason I'm bringing up skin tone is because when they see me, they bring up skin tone. You never discuss this. You have a light-skinned wife. You are not discussing colorism and how dark-skinned women are bitter and angry and upset and want to fight every day.
No, man. Why do you think they want to fight you, man? Just because you think they want to fight you because you're light skinned?
Yes, yep. I'm just going to say it. Yep.
No, ma'am, because you're overweight, so you're not really that much of a prize to fight over, ma'am. You're a fat, light skinned girl. You look like Heavy D.
Okay, so I don't care if you think I'm not light skinned. I can care less. Okay,
No,
but
it's okay. I mean, you're light skinned, but you're very heavy set and big backed. So yes, ma'am, nobody's going to really fight because of you. You know, foundational Black American women are not intimidated by an overweight yellow bone. Ma'am, you look like Pac-Man. You're very big backed and round. So nobody's going to fight over you, beloved. So I don't know where you're getting this from. Hmm?
Okay. And you look like a typical go pick cotton, bitch.
That's okay. It at least I don't look like Humpty Dumpty. You look like a big scrambled egg with a ponytail. All right. So that's your issue. You're just not that attractive, and you're trying to take out your anger on foundational Black American women,
And
ma'am.
that's why you will never have power in society.
Well, ma'am, the only power you have is a power smoothie at McDonald's using the power ice cream machine, making that back even bigger, ma'am. That's what you need to do. Stop whining about people hating on you and start hating.
Okay.
And what
You're
you need,
ups
you need to hate some of them calories that you're accumulating on a daily basis, beloved. All right, go ahead, dear. Let's have an intervention. We're having a fat light skin intervention here. All right, you're a big fat yellow bone, ma'am. You're really not anybody who's gonna fight over. Nobody's gonna fight over you, ma'am. Nobody's gonna fight over you whatsoever. You look like Prince Marky D from the Fat Boys. Nobody's fighting over you, dear. So just calm that down. It's your attitude. You just have a very bad attitude, dear. Go ahead, beloved. Go ahead. Any other words, dear?
you really thought that you ate Tariq. You really did.
Well,
But you
you did eat 5 times a day, and that's why your back is big, beloved. You need to stop eating because you're a big old hostile heifer. And hostile heifers are usually going to get ran down on if they talk crazy out there in them streets, beloved. So you need to
you
stop
keep
eating,
thinking I'm a
beloved.
tether, and I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm telling you that I'm Black American, okay? And
Okay, it's a double mute. It's a double mute, ma'am. Go ahead, dear. It's a double mute. Go ahead. Or maybe one of your chins fell on the phone, beloved. I don't know. Just something
you
cracked
still
in the
have
back.
no power. The YT man will always be better than your ass.
Okay, well, ma'am, the only thing that you need to power,
Oh, you
you need to power up a blender to make a smoothie with vegetables and greens in them so that you can stop getting all that fat on your back, beloved. That's what you need to do. Power up a George Foreman grill so you can grill your
you're
chicken and
at the
stop
bottom,
frying it.
Tariq Nasheed. You're at the bottom
Ma'am,
of the totem pole,
ma'am,
okay?
and you dig to the bottom of a pint of ice cream and eat every drop of it, beloved. That's what you need to do. Put the butter pecan down and start getting your jog on. All right? How about you do that? Let's talk about it. Let me get my hold on. Let me get my sister Brooke is here. Hold
Tariq,
on. Hold on.
okay,
Hold
love
on.
yourself.
Okay, big back. Hold on. Slow down. Let me get my sister in here. Sister Brooke, how are you, beloved? I'm good, dear. How are you, Sister Brooke?
I'm good. I wanted to speak on this topic.
Oh, go ahead, Brooke. Oh, Brooke, yeah, it might have been a double mute. Go ahead, Brooke. Uh-oh. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, would it let me unmute? I had to go out, come back in. Okay.
Go ahead.
I wanted to speak on this topic. But first of all, with hungry heifer.
Yeah.
Ah, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm sort of in between as far as like my complexion.
You look like a monkey,
I'm
bitch.
not
Don't
light
ever come for
skinned.
me.
Okay, calm
Bitch, you
down.
look like a monkey
Don't.
in the age. Stay in your lane. That's
All
what you
right
do,
now.
okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Anyway,
that's
like I
what you
was saying.
do. Bye. I gotta
So like
go.
I was
Bye.
saying. So
Go
leave,
ahead. Okay, she
man.
bounced, but go ahead,
Go.
bro. Go ahead, bro.
Good,
Go
let
ahead.
her go. So what I've noticed, right, living in New York and being like in between, I'm not light skinned, and then the dark skinned people don't be consider me dark skinned, even though I consider myself dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I've noticed is, not really being in the conversation, is that the light skinned girls, a lot of times when they get into these arguments with some of them, not all, when they get into arguments with the dark skinned girls, they say things that are crazy and then they can't back it up. You
Right.
know what I mean? You can't call somebody a tar baby and think they're not gonna knock your head off.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. And you said you saw how reckless her mouth was. You saw how reckless her mouth. As soon as she walked on the playground or whatever, they already. It doesn't matter what complexion she is. She's disrespectful, and it just so happens that while people are hitting her back for the things that she said, they mention what complexion she is
Right, right,
as they're
right.
changing their complexion from light skin to red. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And black and blue. So this is what I have noticed, just being in the middle is that, no matter what side of the complexion you're on, if you want to talk crap, you better be able to back it up because
Absolutely.
people will test you. So it doesn't matter if you light skin or dark skin. You better know who you talking to and what you saying when you say it, because if not, that smoke is coming next.
Yes,
And
indeed.
I land.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, beloved. Oh yeah, but yeah, Big Yellow was very hostile. Yeah, and if you're out here talking in the streets like you're talking in here, yeah, some things are gonna go down. And it ain't about your complexion. This is why I believe she's from a tether background. That's tether talk. Notice all the anger was for Black American women, and then all that pit cotton when they start talking that pit cotton talk. That's tether talk. That's a big old yellow tether, a big wide back high yellow heifer who thinks that her light skin is some kind of prize. No, we had another bad built light skinned chick called up a few weeks ago. Remember Boxy Brown? A lot of these women, they think that they're entitled to attention, and they think they're the belle of the ball just because they're light skinned. No, ma'am, you're built like a little mini fridge. And no, it doesn't work like that. You're not really getting that much play. You got to have more than that. Oh, she's back, ma'am. Okay, the hungry heifer is back. I'm hungry, high yellow heifer. What is it, ma'am? What is it? And please have decorum. Please have decorum.
And you're still talking about me.
Right,
Okay. I just
right.
need to come back because after I got off here, I got over 100 death threats and messages from people in this group. Okay. And I
Ma'am,
just, oh,
ma'am, nobody's going to harm you because it's not bear season. You can't kill bears this time of the year. You too big to be killed. So no,
Tari,
it's
what
not,
you're saying.
ma'am. Go ahead, dear.
Okay, what you're saying is either here nor there because truly I don't give a. The
Hmm.
issue is Black women in the community. You have yet to address these problematic dark skinned women in the community. Okay, you don't address these women at all.
There's nothing wrong with dark-skinned foundational Black American women. They don't give a shit about you. They don't. Get over yourself. They do not. They got bigger fish to fry. Just like you. You fry fish, eat it, and your back is big. So nobody cares, beloved. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you can't see my back. I only have one picture up. That's
Yeah,
first
yeah,
of all.
yes, you got that close up. The
Okay,
picture's
okay,
real. No,
okay.
you're right, right. The picture's real close up on your face, so people can't see your fat, but I can see the rolls on your neck. You look like the damn Michelin man about your neck. So yeah, those are fat girl pictures, ma'am. So we already know. We already know, dear. So it's okay.
So I'm not entitled to show my pictures, and I'm not fat, but you could run with that if that makes you feel better.
Ma'am,
You have already placed me on a pedestal. So
ma'am, you're clearly, ma'am,
you
you,
have put me on the pedestal, so thank
ma'am,
you.
you are very big back. Ma'am, you look like Fat Joe with a lace front. You're a fat, light-skinned girl, beloved. It's okay. Stop trying to fake the funk. Just be who you are and embrace it. Okay? We're not judging here. But we don't want you projecting. That's all I'm saying, dear. We just don't want you to project.
Dark skinned Black women project when they discuss Black men, okay? They project onto light skinned women every day. They get online and complain about colorism, but want light skinned and other races of women to advocate for them. These same women do not wear their hair, they're wearing white tea women hair, and you have yet to address that.
Hmm.
You have yet to address that, Tariq.
Well,
You're not addressing problematic Black women.
I'm addressing you, and ma'am, you have fake
No, no,
hair.
no, 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 no. You have to address problematic Black women.
Ma'am, you have fake hair in your profile. Those braids are not your real hair, ma'am. Those are
That is my real hair.
no,
That is my real
that's not
hair.
your real
That is
hair,
my real
ma'am.
hair.
Ma'am,
That is not real
ma'am,
hair.
that's synthetic yaki.
No, no, it's not. You wish it was synthetic, but it's not. I
Ma'am,
braided my hair and I twisted it.
ma'am,
Okay.
your hair,
You wish that it was synthetic. I'm sorry
ma'am,
to
those are,
disappoint you.
ma'am, I know synthetic Sally Beauty
Yeah, okay,
Supply.
well, you can know all.
I know synthetic bundles when I see it, ma'am. Your braids look flammable, ma'am. It looks like your
Okay, listen, black
ma'am. If you
women.
get by a candle, your whole head will catch on fire with that synthetic ass do you have, beloved? And it's okay. It's okay.
I got you bothered. My high yellow ass, right?
No, ma'am. I'm calm. I'm not bothered by no high yellow heifer. I'm not. It's okay. Well, this is an intervention. We're here to help you heal. All right. This is something to help you heal and get over the trauma of being a big back red bone because you probably used to be real
You
flat.
are not attractive. There are plenty of
Ma'am,
black.
ma'am, I'm very handsome and I'm very secure. If I was with you, if you were with me, first of all, before I would smash, I would make you do some burpees like they do in prison. I would make you do prison burpees. I'd give you a prison workout to get that fat off your back. Then we'll talk. But yes, ma'am, you
First
wish.
of all, you're not
You
my type.
wish.
I'm not attracted to you. You're
Wish.
unattractive to
Wish,
me. I need you to
ma'am,
understand
ma'am,
that. Okay,
ma'am,
please do not throw that out there. That I want.
ma'am. You're not only are you big back, you got some miles on you. You got a filter on and you look kind of old. Look like you didn't hit the wall and you're struggling to get over the fact that you're not really out here catching in the streets no more. All right? You're not catching no more. Your back is too big.
Okay, so again,
Ma'am, are you
you're
you're
making this
struggling,
about my
ma'am? You
look.
sound like you're
You're ma-
struggling with your bills. You're not getting flued out no more. And that's what that is. The
you're making this about. You're placing me on this
No, ma'am,
pedestal.
you're not getting because you look like back in the day, like back in '98, you were probably the shit back in '98. But around Freaknik, the last Freaknik, you were probably doing big things. So you went from Freaknik to picnic. You just went to sit down in the park to eat food like Yogi the damn bear. And that's the problem. You're not getting flued out no more, ma'am. So
You're making this all about my looks. Okay.
right, right. You went from Freaknik to picnic. So that's the problem. You're not, you're not getting flued out no more, and you're very upset about it. And some of the dark skinned sisters are winning now. They getting chose up on, and you're like, hey, what is this? This is unfair. No, it's not unfair. Let the dark skinned sisters win. It's okay. All right. Anyway, let me get some more folks in here, Big Back. So I know there's some snacks that you need to tend to. So you be good, beloved. All right, Lord. Oh goodness. Well, angry heavy heifers. Well, that's interesting. Mad fat red bones. Mad because the game ain't doing them right. She's getting pushed out the game. Tina.
Hi. First of all, you gotta chill.
Mm,
um, um, so I am Black American, light skinned woman,
mm,
and I come from Black women and all that, like darker skinned women, and anybody close to me is dark. That's just what I grew in and everything. Um, and so I hear homegirl. I hear where she was trying to go, but it was just very aggressive. That's I mean, it just I get it though. I get if she, like if you've experienced things and like you even said like the trauma or pain whatever, and then your frustration, it might come out a certain kind of way, but it was a little bit whatever. But I kind of get what she was trying to ask.
mm-hmm,
I don't deal with it because I kind of just go out into the world like coming from love, and I just get what I give, like, so I've had beautiful experiences or whatever with all Black women thus far, but I know that it can be a thing, the whole colorism thing, and I know sometimes, but it comes from both ends. I don't think it's just darker skinned women giving attitude to lighter skinned women. I think it goes both ways sometimes because it's just like the assumptions and how we were kind of programmed in a sense to treat each other or look at, like, colorism is, apparently a thing.
mm-hmm,
But I don't know what her, like, I kind of wanted to help and moderate in a sense to get her question asked the right way. So I guess she feels like you don't like ever speak on colorism at all. Is but she was mainly coming from like just accusing black, and that was the issue, like accusing all black women of like being this way, which is just
Right.
too much, like, you know. But I mean, I guess she wants you to speak a little bit on colorism or how you feel like if it's a thing or anything like that. But yeah, that was my two piece.
Yeah, but her thing, I want you to understand. You got to understand when
Hmm.
some people are kind of arguing in bad faith. The colorism thing, that's something that she kind of created as a smoke screen. I think she has a problem with Black American women, period.
Mm.
And then they'll use colorism as the excuse. We don't really have that type of colorism like that. I mean, we have little skirmishes here and there, but it's not that
Right.
much of a thing.
I agree.
And the fact that she deflected right into using the N-word with the hard ER,
Yeah.
then she started talking about go pick
Yeah, pick
cotton.
cotton, and then
Yeah, yeah,
even calling the other young lady a monkey. You look like a monkey. Like, yeah, it was very.
right.
To. It's clear that there's some like respectfully, if young lady, if she's still here, but like some safe self hate stuff going on, like some deeper issues. Something's wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
it's
sure.
not no, it's othering. That means she comes from another culture. For her to be saying all
Mm,
of that, when they say all that stuff, they come from another culture. So they think, okay, they are the monkeys, they are the cotton pickers and all of that. So
right.
that's what I'm saying. There's some kind of Caribbean thing that she's coming from. And they'll try to cosplay as FBA. So, that's we gotta understand where that stuff is coming from. Now,
Yeah, sometimes I do think it is just plain out delusion and like self hate, where like you just other yourself, and it's not even real, like you are that, and you just unidentify with it so much that you believe it. So
mhm.
it could be exactly what you're saying or something even more, yeah.
Yeah, real
Mental.
talk. There it is. There it is. Well, thank you, Sister Tina. Much respect to
Yep.
you, dear.
Thank you. Bye
All
bye.
right. Let me get some player business up in here. Let me get Twizzle. Let's get a player's perspective up in here from the town. What's up, brother Twizzle? Brother Twizzle in the place to be. What's up, brother Twizzle? Waiting on brother Twizzle to get that thing cranked up. All right. While we're waiting on the player, let's get brother Raphael in here. Raphael. All right. Raphael ain't ready. Somebody, hold on. Let me Twizzle. I'll get you back up. Let me take you down. Hold on. Let me take you down and I'll bring you back up. Raphael, let me get Ty Powell in here. Let's get Ty in the building. Ty Powell, hop on in.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear
What's
me,
up,
Flex?
Ty? I can hear you, brother. What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, that light skinned chick, yeah, she sounds like she's from New York or she's from the Bronx. Yeah, she sounds like she sells coochie for Newports. And yeah, she was just trying to really perform. But she's a Caribbean chick. And I'll land there.
There
I'll
you
land
go.
there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We know tethers now. Yeah, we can spot tethers. We know when somebody's cosplaying. We know when you a tether. We know. You ain't fooling nobody. Let's get Lisa in the building. Let's get Lisa in the building. Yeah, mostly all that stuff about dark skinned women ain't minding their business.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But I think she definitely for sure said she was not Black American in the beginning.
Right,
She
right,
definitely
right.
said that. I caught it. So I wouldn't call her red bone either. That was a compliment to someone like her. But I was gonna ask you, Tariq. My baby is she just woke up crying. But anyway, I was gonna ask you about UK people, right? So
Yeah.
I was asking someone from the UK, and I am Black American,
Hmm.
but even old girl, the light skinned bitch, she reminded me of somebody I ran into when I was in Jamaica, and she found out that I was Black American. Oh, you don't have no culture, you don't. But she was from Canada, and we got into a whole
Mm.
argument. But anyway, neither here nor there. But the British UK people, I asked someone, where are the Black British people who were slaves back then? Where did they go? Because now it's full of, Africans, right? First generation,
Hmm.
second generations. So I was curious to like, I was like, hey, y'all call yourselves black. Like, are there black people over there who have been there since the 1800s, from slavery? And the person said that they all left. So I know you are a historian. So what happened with that? Like, where? I'm confused about where those people went. Do you know?
Yeah, there were some over there. There were some over there, and some of them, the descendants are still there, but they had a wave of people immigrating there um, after around the 1940s to kind of rebuild some of the infrastructure back after the wars, after World War II and all of that. So the Winsome, I think that's the Winsome wave. So it wasn't a large number of them there during slavery. It wasn't, but there were still some there because most of them, the people that were enslaved, were in the colonies that they controlled. Um, they had them in the British colonies. They had them in the Caribbean, and they were being colonized by the British on their own land. So a lot of them were, going back and forth from the places that were being colonized by the UK. So it's a very interesting dynamic. Okay, the hungry high yellow hostile heifer is she keeps coming back up here. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Let's get her back up. Okay, ma'am. What's going on, Miss High Yellow Hungry Heifer?
So, Tariq, since I left, and I'm getting messages and mentions that are saying that you continually keep bringing my name up. When I
I
asked you
don't
a
know.
question about dark skinned women.
Hmm.
Okay. And so you keep mentioning my looks. Okay. Which all you're again, you keep placing me on the pedestal. But when you say red bone, high yellow, you're placing me on a pedestal that I did not ask to be on. Okay. I asked you a simple question and it went from that to high yellow, red bone. You think you all that and you think you better. I guess I'm lost.
Mm. Well, no, ma'am. You're very hostile for no reason. We don't know what's going on with you, and there's some unresolved issues that's going on. So we tried to have an intervention with you, but you're very hostile. So,
No, most Black American dark skinned women are hostile and you are not addressing it.
well, ma'am, you're hostile, and that's the problem. Why are you so hostile, dear?
Well, I'm matching energy. So your energy is aggressive and I'm going to get aggressive. I don't go high because,
Mhm.
you're the way that you are. That's not fair. I'm not doing that. That's never been me.
Mhm. Now, with all of this dark skinned girl hating stuff, now where in New York did you grow up?
So I did not grow up in New York. Okay. And where I grew up is really nobody's business. Okay. I'm not going to reveal that. However, you're not addressing problematic Black American women. Why is that?
Well, the thing is, they're not a problem. You're the problem. You and your hostility, that's the problem. Tether women like yourself, that's the problem there. Now, why are
Again,
you a
you're placing me
problem?
on a pedestal. I am not a tether.
Mhm.
But if you think that, then you're going to think that because I'm not about to prove to you that
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
You are. You are.
Okay, well, I guess if I'm a tether, I'm a tether. We're gonna leave it at there.
And
Okay.
it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
And
No,
that's
but if you
okay.
think that, I know what I'm not a tether. Okay.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
But
You are tether
when
with
I left
you're
out of
tether
here,
with
you
you.
kept mentioning me,
Mm,
and it's baffling because I thought we left it when
mm.
I left.
Okay, man. Okay, now I'm getting bored. Now you're just saying thank you. Now I'm just getting bored. You're just saying stuff for attention. All right. Now you're just saying stuff for attention because nobody's giving you attention at the club. You're the big fat light skinned old chick at the club now. And you're not getting no attention. So yeah, this is the most attention you've gotten, and you're upset because now when you go to the club, you know, sometimes you go to the club and it's always the chick who's just a little too old to be up in there. You're the club auntie. You're that club auntie. You're in there with a leather cat suit and some boots, and your feet hurt, and you don't really like walking in heels, and you're there holding your purse all night, looking uncomfortable. You understand? Still, put some baby hair. You're still trying to comb down some baby hair on your edges. And you just look very uncomfortable. You're the club auntie. And the young players aren't giving you attention. You got all of them young, fly 23-year-olds with them bodies and BBLs bouncing around and cute toes, and they know the latest dances, and you got to sit there and watch that while you got peppermints in your purse. Just go ahead and be the auntie. Go to a church function, dear. Get up out them clubs. That's why you're not getting no attention. And all the little chocolate things are getting all the dudes. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm light skinned. They're supposed to be going after me. Man, no. That was 20 years ago. All right. You had your run. All right. Back in the day, you look like you done had you some dudes. You look like you done fucked a couple of niggas from the group Black Street. You probably had your run back in the 90s, but it's a new day now, beloved. It's a new day. So now you go out there and one of the whispers. Now that's the new day now. You got to go lay it with one of the temptations right now. It's a new day, beloved. That's what you got to do. You got to go out there and get a train ran on you by Earth, Wind, and Fire. You got to go to the old niggas now because you're a club auntie. So you're not going to get the YNs. You're not going to get them youngins. All right. And just accept that. That's a part of life and that's a part of growth. Okay. That's the message to you. We all grow. You're not going to get the YNs. You're not going to get them little young ballers no more. All right. Back is too big and the wig is too thin, synthetic, beloved. All right. And Percy Earl got a blessing with your name on it. All right. That's what you need to go. Find your little Percy Earl. All right. Let me get some more people in here because we do have a lot of people in the building. Raphael, are you ready, my brother? Brother Raphael, are you ready? Okay, Brother Raphael, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to take you up out of here, sir. But yeah, I believe old girl is a tether. I don't think she's FBA whatsoever. I think she's a big old high yellow heifer tether. That's what I think. And let me see who will. Let's get Sharifa, I mean. Let's get Sister Sharifa in here. Sister Sharifa, hop on in there.
Peace and blessings, Brother Tariq.
How you doing, dear?
I'm enjoying myself tonight. I don't normally get to catch you live, but when I do, it's such a blessing.
Yes, ma'am.
I I just wanted to speak to sending this foul mouth wench energy, sending her energy back to her because she had her energy is ugly. Like
Yeah.
it's just foul. Like, and even if she was ever cute, for real, she was ugly from the inside. So she's probably had a lot of bad experiences.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she just angry at the world and she wants you to take on her angry ass spirit. That's really what it is. She
Yes.
wants to create some kind of gender stuff. Wherever she goes, she probably create confusion. And she want to put it on us that people threatening her. Baby, you was getting threatened long before you came here.
Yes. Yes.
I'm done with it. I just wanted to speak to you. Much love to you, brother.
Thank you, dear. Yeah, like old girl said, um, she was hot back in the day. She was probably hot back in the day, and she's upset. That's what that's about. She used to get flued out back in the day, and she's not getting flued out no more. That's what she's upset about. And the young girls and some of these little chocolate things are getting flued out. She used to get flued out. Back in the day, she used to be on them flights. Now she gotta take Spirit Airlines to go Howard Hewitt or somebody. She got to go to the old school market now. She's not getting the big money. She got to take Spirit and Southwest to go on Jeffrey Osborne or somebody. She has to. She ain't getting the same platinum selling players like she used to. it's going downhill right now. Yeah, she used to have it going on. She used to get flued out by all the ballers and everything, and now she's up here taking a Greyhound bus to go Smokey Robinson somewhere. It's horrible for her. You dig? It's just not good for her no more. And the game is different. And she's trying to take it out on dark skinned women. No. Girl, go on up there and get that little old miracles check and be grateful. Just be grateful. Get that little old Motown check and be grateful. Oh, goodness. Lord, Lord, Lord. All right, let me get some more folks in here because we do have a lot of people in here. Yes, we do. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, goodness. RJ, I see you trying to come up. I don't know, RJ. I don't know. Because earlier, what was I talking about? I was talking about the lady who made the video talking real greasy about Black Americans. And like I was saying earlier, before I was interrupted by the husky, hostile heifer, a lot of the tethers, they have this thing where they want to criticize us for fighting against white supremacy because they have been conditioned to submit to white supremacy. See, they're uncomfortable seeing Black Americans stand up for each other against the oppressive system. So when we stand up for people like Carmelo Anthony, the tether, that's foreign to them. They sit up there and let people get whooped on and beat on, and they just hold their head down. And they're the majority over there. We're saying, no, we're not going to let that happen. And this whole thing about how you do better and, oh, they work hard and we need to stop this. Listen, some of these folks, these were the same folks selling us into damn slavery, and they still sell out to damn day. They still have that sellout ass mindset right now. You know, many of those scammers over there, they enrich themselves temporarily by selling people into slavery, and that same mindset is today. Those puppet leaders selling the land, the resources, selling their people out to the Chinese, the French, Western powers. That's their lineage, not ours. You see? And, they talk down on us using them white supremacist talking points, talking about we're lazy, violent, bitter, or whatever, while they worship the same governments that colonize their asses. Yeah. So yeah, we don't envy that. We're not trying to be accepted by that because that's failure. We're not trying to get accepted by failure. You don't want to be accepted by your damn self. That's why you come over here cosplaying as us, just like the big hungry light-skinned heifer. She's over here cosplaying as us. Clearly, that's a tether. We know a tether when we hear one. You're not slick, ma'am. Red Cloud. Let's get Red Cloud in here. Red Cloud, I had you on yesterday. What's going on with your Red Cloud?
Hey, what's up, Tariq?
I'm good, Mr. Red Cloud. What's on your mind?
Well, um, I know you. I I want to check out that Mike Check movie you made, and I know you know a lot about music, and
Yeah.
I had some questions about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, what about him?
So, Freedom Allah, he's not he's not considered like one of the members, but I know he's like a cousin to RZA and Giza and ODB.
Yeah.
Um, do you can you like talk a little bit about his how he kind of like was a huge influence on the group?
Oh, yeah, yeah. We're talking about something that's kind of way off topic. So, but thank you. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to just go that. That's so completely off topic, and I don't even the audience. The audience don't even want to hear that. We don't care, to be honest. You got to learn how to kind of read the room, Red Cloud. Yeah, We don't really care. And no disrespect, and I love the Wu-Tang Clan, and those are 5%ers. The Wu-Tang Clan, Father, those are like the 5%ers. They infuse a lot of the 5% teachings, but we're not even talking about that right now. With respect, I just don't want to shift gears and just go somewhere that the room don't care. All right, all right. You got to know how to read the room. Light skin heifer, I'm not bringing you back, beloved, because you're not saying anything. All right, you're not saying anything. You're just sitting up there with your stomach big, and you got on some boots that's too tight, trying to figure out what juke joint you're gonna go to. So I'm not bringing you up. I'm gonna let you go to the juke joint. Let's get priority family. Where are you from? This sounds like a person from Senegal somewhere. Priority, where you from? He's from some French colony somewhere. Unmute your microphone, sir. Priority. Priority, unmute your mic, sir, and go ahead and speak. You don't have to give a lot of thumbs up and thumbs down. You go ahead and speak. And while we're waiting on that person to speak, I guess I get them out because they're not saying anything. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds and I'm gonna take you out because you're just giving hand signals. And I don't know what you want. Well, I'm up here in New Orleans. I could use some Manchus right now. Oh, it's hella late. I just realized how late it was. Let's get Matthew Jones. Matthew Jones in the building.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? What's going on,
I'm
man?
good, Matt. How are you, brother?
Good, good. Real quick, I wanted to talk about. I hear people come on here and talk about like if we ever got reparations, that there would be an issue and there'd be all kind of backlash and all the doom and gloom and terrifying mess is going to happen to Black folks. I think it's going to be the opposite, actually, and it'd be something that I don't. I kind of worry, like on the opposite end, that we wouldn't be able to handle the switch up overnight, because the way that things will go, if Black folks were to get that type of money, the banks would change up on you, the loans would change up on you, the housing would change up on you. We would be targeted in a way that we haven't been targeted before, and it would be a bunch of people being nice to us, a
Yeah.
bunch of people smiling in your face, a bunch of people wanting to get things from you because they see the money that Black folks are getting. So I don't really worry about the doom and gloom part, but I do wonder how that'll work out as far as, hey, these loans, we're going to be targeting you to get these loans, to get that money from you, kind of how they did the Native Americans,
Right.
kind of like how they did Asians and stuff like that. So I always find that interesting. The doom and gloom isn't the thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about the other switch up
Now,
overnight.
thank you,
So
thank you. But here's the problem. Here's the thing. They're doing that right now. They're already doing it when we don't have the reparations. So that's why we got to stop worrying about the doom and gloom, because they're giving us the damn doom and gloom now. Every time a study comes out, they're showing that Black folks, if we did get a loan, which they give us the runaround with as far as loans, that's what that whole redlining was about. They got a million excuses why to not give us a loan, and when they do, it's some subprime loan with some kind of weird interest rate that's real janky. And then when we get the land, they come up with ways to finesse us off the land with some eminent domain nonsense. And Black folks to this damn day get hit with these janky eminent domains, and they're going to run a railroad system through their land, and then they want to co-opt it. They want to run an oil pipeline through their land, and then they co-opt it. That's what was happening with Bill Cosby. If you want to know what the real deal was with Bill Cosby, people were trying to get access to his land for some oil joint. So little stuff like that, the doom and gloom is now. So we got to stop worrying about that. We might as well say, hey man, since you guys are giving us doom and gloom, give us our damn monies. Get the doom and gloom with the money in our pocket. That's my mindset. If I'm already getting the doom and gloom, you might as well give me the damn money. Because you're being hostile to me anyway. See, that's the thing. Black folks got this thing. Ooh, we better not be talking about them giving us the reparation. They're gonna be hostile. They're hostile now. So you might as well be hostile while you're giving me my money. Put that money in my pocket. All right. Let's get a couple of more folks in here. A few more people in here. All right. Raise your hands. And I don't mean that hungry, high yellow heifer. Raise your hands, ladies and gentlemen. If you're ready, raise those hands. All right. We'll get some new faces in here. All right. Trying to get some new faces in the building. Let's get Guided. Where's Guided? Oh, I saw you, Guided. And I don't know where you went. I was going to let you in. So many people making. What's up, Wani? I see Wani down there. Guided. Let me get Guided in the building. Mr. Guided, what's up, brother? Hop on, Mr. Guided.
Yeah, can you hear me, Tariq?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about the couple of guests you had. I think it was about a couple of weeks ago or something like that. But it was one of them was about the Johnny Somali situation. And I don't know if you know this or if somebody's already clarified this to you, but the guy's not Somali. I don't know why you keep referring to him as Somali. He's just using the name, but he's not actually
What
Somali.
is it?
He's half Ethiopian, half Yemeni.
How do you know that?
No, it's actually you can go on Wikipedia. It actually confirms that he's half Ethiopian, half Yemeni. But for whatever reason, he's just he's catching on to the Somali name because it's kind of like in relation to FBAs. Everybody's trying to be FBA in the same way that everybody's trying to be foundational Somali American as well. So it's like I understand why you want to delineate so much because you get all these bad actors from these tether groups attaching your name and your reputation on the line, and it's kind of the same thing with us with this Johnny Somali guy. We're trying to get rid of him, but we're hoping South Korea just jails him for life out there, and that he never has to come back because he's already trying to attach his name to FBAs as well,
Mm.
not just us as Somalis as well, but he's trying to he's trying to claim FBA as well. Once he couldn't, he couldn't get any more from us already. But he's already kind of ruined our name out there. So the East Asians are thinking, oh, this guy is Somali and stuff like that. And it's like, no, he's not Somali at all.
Okay, well, there it is. There it is. There it is. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I mean, Johnny Somali is a troll, and I really don't give a damn about him. But that's the name he uses. So, I know he ain't FBA. That's my thing. That's all that matters. So yeah, these tethers, they're so ashamed of their background, they have to create these backstories. One thing we know, he ain't FBA. So there it is. So anything else he wants to lie about, go have at it. We know you ain't from our lineage. We know that. Now the big light skinned heifer. Some people are saying I'm getting some. I'm looking at some of the back channels here. Some people are saying that could be a Latino trans. Some people are saying that the light skinned heifer who keeps talking crazy, that might be a Latino trans. Now, ma'am, sir, or whatever, Miss User, whatever your name is, are you a transgender? Are you a Puerto Rican transgender? This is what I'm hearing. And I don't know. I don't know how true it is, but some people are saying this. Some people are saying that that person is a Latino transgender. All right. So is that the root of the hostility? Not knocking anybody's lifestyle. I'm not knocking it. Right. Let's get York the Schiller in here. York the Schiller. York the Schiller in the building.
Good morning, Tariq.
How
How's
you
it
doing?
going?
I'm good. York, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions.
About
But
what, sir?
first make a statement. I just want to say thanks for educating me on just so much history, and I tap into everything that you do. I try to at least. The YouTube channels. It's hard to catch them Twitter Spaces, but I definitely am a avid follower of yours on Twitter. But I have a question, man. I kind of jumped in a little late. I don't know if you've touched on, being able to handle yourselves, in those situations where, you have a suspected white supremacist on the job, and maybe how to deal with that. I've been waiting for you to touch on that in one of your Twitter spaces, and I'm hoping we can do that today or sometime soon
Yeah,
in the next couple of days.
I'm going to touch on that soon. Now, if y'all really want it immediately, go get my book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter. I talk about workplace racism, and I kind of break that down in my book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter. But I'm going to go into that on an upcoming broadcast because a lot of people have been asking me about that. So that's something that we're going to have to touch on and really break down. All right. All right. Let's get a couple of more calls in here. Y'all raise your hand. You guys raise your hand and let's see what's happening. Miss Yoshi, I see you, Yoshi G. I see you, Yoshi. Oh, I see you. All right, let's get one more good one in here. Let's get one more good one. Raise your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get one more good call in the building. I want to get some new faces in here. I would love to get some new faces. Let's get, hold on. I'm trying to see. Let's get Tiffany. Let's get Tiffany in here. Miss Tiffany, what's going on?
Hey, Tariq. Since you're in New Orleans, I was wondering, have you been to the casinos down there?
I saw
Try your
Harris.
luck.
I saw Harris Casino. Is there, well, Harris Hotel? Is there a casino in the hotel?
Yes. I've been to Harris before. It was some years ago. I'm a truck driver,
Okay.
and I've been down there before.
Okay.
I was just, that's the only question I
Okay.
had. Thank
Thank
you.
you, dear. But yeah, and I have not went to the casinos down there, but I saw Harris, and I'm thinking that might be a casino. DeVito's. DeVito's. Yo, brother. Sound like he's under a hair dryer getting his perm dried out.
Yo,
Brother, are you under a
yo,
dryer, brother?
yeah.
Okay, brother, I can't. It's too much noise going on, brother. You got to go finish getting your perm and then call back, brother. Get them hair rollers out and then put some pink oil moisturizer in there and then give us a call later, brother. Yeah, he's getting his hair laid because he's gonna get dressed for Easter Sunday. He's gonna be keeping it real Mackish for Easter. That perm is gonna be laid straight. He's gonna have a pink and green Easter suit with some candy gators and a finger wave. I've been seeing that out here in New Orleans, by the way. I was at Manchus. I saw a big old queen in there with a finger wave. I said, this is some New Orleans shit. I love it. Hey, give me some extra ketchup, baby. I said, come on with it, finger wave. I'm in New Orleans. I ain't seen a finger wave in years. Man, dude had a fresh finger wave. That it just got it done. All up in Manchus the other night. Man. But anyway, let me get up out of here, man. It's been real. Shout out to all, there's a lot of people in here. Much respect to you guys. Listen, y'all need to go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Y'all contribute to the Hidden History Museum. Everybody give a contribution. We need you to give a contribution to the Hidden History Museum. That's how we keep the doors open. That's why we make it pop off with good folks like you, ladies and gentlemen. Hiddenhistorymuseum.com. And get the movie Microphone Check at microphonecheck.com. Get the best deodorant on the planet, Rootwork at rootworkstyle.com. And yeah, that book, my book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter, get your copy at officialfba.com. All right, I'm up out of here, guys. Puppy Akute and Lullaby to the family. Peace.
Slide on that root work. Slide on that root work. Slide on that root work. Slide on that woodwork.